Hi there. Yeah, it's a brand new day, another episode on the way, Marshal Kramer Show. Let's go. Y'all did something right. Y'all so damn tight, Thank God for joining me tonight. Alright. Comedy, philosophy, psychology, I just don't know. Sit back and just enjoy the show.
All right. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I am the construction man, construction contractor, Chad Stevens in the studio today. Just messing around a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, God, he has done it once again. The infamous Tom Brady is now level set as the GOAT to me. And that's... For people who don't know, that's a lot, because I am a Peyton Manning fan. I've been a Peyton Manning fan my entire life, and congratulations to him, too. Congratulations to Peyton Manning for making Canton being in the Hall of Fame. It's amazing how sometimes when I talk about other people, like, hey, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, I look in the camera like, hey, man, how you doing? Like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning are like, oh, yeah, I'm going to check out this guy's show. Look at this guy dressed up in a construction costume doing a podcast trying to make people laugh. Yes, me, Tom Brady, and Giselle. Yes, we are going to watch the Marshal Kramer show. I don't watch football. I didn't watch a second of the Super Bowl. I don't really watch sports much anymore, but I did hear he pretty much whooped them. He took the whole league by surprise, and I think, not by surprise, but him and he finessed. Him and Gronk finessed the entire league, and look what they did. They just won another Super Bowl for the Bucks. It's so funny because I kind of knew, I knew that was a good place when he first went, because I was a fan. I'm a defensive guy, and I was a fan of the Bucks defense for a while. They've had a good defense for like 2 years. That linebacker, I can't remember his name, but they also had Ndamukong Suh. He's been there for a little bit, and I liked Suh, even though he is a little bit of a dick on the field. He's actually like a really sweet kid. He's like way older than me. Yeah, he's a sweet lad, isn't he? No, he's way older than, he's like a decade older than me. But no, he seems like a really good person, and I like his stats. I mean, he performs, whether he, accidentally steps on Aaron Rodgers or not, he still performs like a beast. So I kind of knew they always had a chance of doing something. All of a sudden, Tom Brady comes, who literally, regardless of his physical skill, he brings so much mentally, because he brings a few things. One, he brings the structure, right? He brings this new structure and things. Probably gets that from Belichick, but he probably gets it from himself too. Went to Michigan. I know their program kind of runs that way. He's very, structured. And then two is like the mentality factor, right? If the quarterback's the leader, right? Point guard's the leader, whatever you want to call it, whatever. If your quarterback is the first guy to come and the last guy to leave, and yeah, as you can see, the only thing he wants to do is this game, he's okay with sacrificing everything else. He seems like the greatest father in the world, but he has to sacrifice time, right? Not hating on him. He has to sacrifice time away from his family. And it's the same with LeBron James, right? They both love their family, but they have to sacrifice time away from them, because the one thing that truly they're trying to do right now, right? Their goal in life right now is to win championships. And both of them won this year, didn't they? LeBron and Tom Brady both won. I'm an LA guy, so thank God for the Lakers. I'm been a Kobe fan my entire life too. I'm staring at all my Kobe and Peyton Manning things. You guys can't see it, but all my Peyton Manning things and Kobe things are right in front of there. Yeah, I'm a huge Peyton Manning and Kobe Bryant guy. 24 and 18, or 8, 24 and 18. So good for Tom Brady, and congrats to Peyton Manning, because he's watching the show too, guys. Peyton Manning watches the show every week. Me and Peyton actually are really good friends. I actually was the one who directed his SNL skits, where he's like talking to the toddlers and throwing footballs at them. That was all me. So me and Peyton Manning are really good friends. What else has happened? Man? Not too much has happened, man. I do believe that this episode is going to be intertwined with the one with Dawson Pittman and give you like a longer episode, maybe give you like a little bit over an hour, because the one with Dawson Pittman, as much as I love him, it wasn't necessarily him. It was a cringy episode. There's some times where you're just like, I don't want to post that. And that's the best thing about it. One, it was later in the evening. This is 8:30 in the morning right now. I usually record in the morning because I'm a morning guy. That's when I have my energy and my motivation. But we didn't record that till 5. And if you know anything about my diet, I eat once a day, and it's usually about 6 p.m. So I was like at my 25 hours, like I was at 25 hours of fasting. So I was a little bit on edge. I was a little bit irritated. And then we weren't able to get into flow. We had a bunch of miscommunications with cameras and XYZ, so we weren't ever to get into flow. My certain thing with those people are, like, I wish I wouldn't, I guess the one with Frankie wasn't too bad, but I don't want to post it if it's bad, because again, I'm trying to tell you, like, I understand that you have time, and for you to take time, even if you're working out right now or driving in your car and you have me in your earbuds, you take the time to support me and listen to my stuff, I better be giving you the best thing I can. Dude, the reason I'm trying to get into stand-up comedy, right? I'm trying to do some open mics and whatnot, right? I emailed 7 bars in the last 3 months here around the Minneapolis area that has open mics, and I've got signed up for them XYZ, but it's not until this last week. I've been trying for months now, and I started emailing the last 3 weeks, but I haven't gone and done any stand-up, even though it's an open mic and a free show, like this is. I guess this show is a free show, right? Except for ads, which is a little bit annoying, right? But I haven't done the stand-up yet because I'm not ready, or I don't have something that I feel is really good. Yes, it's a free show. It's going to be my first stand-up. Like, what do people expect? However, from myself, I expect that I can get at least a few chuckles. I'm not going to be motherfucking Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart up on that ass. I ain't going to be doing that shit. But the first time, I hope I eventually get to something like that level. But the first time it's gonna be kind of funny. I'm trying to learn joke structures. I'm trying to learn on how to set up a new premise and change the premise and where's the hook and where's the line. Where's the hook, line, and sinker. All those different things. So I really want to perform, and it's I really want to perform at a good level. So when we have cringy episodes like that, and it wasn't cringy upon what we said or anything, it's just like, well, a few things I said. I was really hostile, and not even towards him. You know what I'm talking about. When you're feeling super hungry, you're super tired, mad, you start to be a person that is a part of you, but it's an exaggerated bad part, right? We all got the yin and yangs of life, right? And I think, oh my God, I can't even remember. I think the yin is the bad and the yang is the good, right? So, even though mainly you can be a yang all the time, or mainly out in public, sometimes your yin is going to show because you're irritated, you're hungry, you're tired, XYZ. So I kind of think that's what it was. And I could just tell sitting right across from him, Dawson was just not vibing with that. And we had a really tough time sinking into conversation. It was kind of like him talking and then me talking, but not like the same conversation. He would say something, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Take a break. All right, let's talk about this. And he'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, let me talk about this. And it's like, nah, it just wasn't chilling. So I'm going to cut in the best parts here. It's going to be a really sporadic episode, maybe a little bit of me here. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be 30 minutes of me talking in the commercial break and then 30 minutes with him. I don't know how it's going to be, but I think this episode is going to be mixed in. It may just be a straight episode, so that's thing you never know. That's the toughest thing about doing these things and not releasing them for 5 days. I mean, 5 days, your mind can change a lot. I'd be like, I just want to release this episode myself. I got some more people in the books. I got the new podcast studio. If you can't tell, I'm not sitting in the corner. I used to sit back there on my desk, but now I got the new podcast, not studio. I just needed to build myself a table. Built a little $40 2x4 table that can hold all my stands because these mics get pretty heavy. But yeah, it's been a good week outside of that. School has been bullshit. Guys, I literally cannot anymore, man. I cannot wait to be done. I cannot wait to stop. There's a few things I want to do in this world, and that is, help people in any which way I can do that. Like, I'm really not passionate about exercise or anything anymore. I think I've talked about it many times. But I really like psychology and philosophy, and I like to talk about it. And then but people don't like to go to therapy. So I'm thinking, being an innovative person, can I create some type of therapy through just this? Can I entertain people, make people laugh, but at the end of the day, can they go home and be like, whoa, let me rethink a little bit about my life. I don't want you to I'm fearful, right? I don't like existential questions and all stuff like that, right? I don't want to make people, fearful. I don't want to use fear tactics. And the thing is about so many other types of sales is fear tactics is the king. If you want to sell a security system, you got to You got to make them scared as shit, okay? You walk up to them. I have a buddy who sells security systems. We're not going to get into that, but, if you're trying to sell a security system, very little people need a fucking security system. I truly believe that. I did a bunch of home insurance home insurance inspections. I worked for insurance companies for a while, and I did a bunch of home inspections. And at the end of the spiel, oftentimes I had to be like, hey, professionally, I have to recommend you getting a security system just because that's what they tell me to do. And 2, if you do get a security system, your insurance will drop a little bit, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, they make money. Why would they tell you to do something to save money if it didn't end up making them more money, right? It's all about financials. The whole world is about financials. So don't think they're trying to help you. Hey, you should just get your system, so nothing happens to you. No, they want that. So then so it deteriorates or it's a deterrent to other robbers and XYZ. So then it, lessens the chance of you ever getting broken into. And if there's less chance of you ever getting broken into, then there's less chance that they'll ever have to do a big insurance payout. It's all for them. It's nothing for you. Don't be confused by that. But then I would end it with, but professionally, being a native of this area, come on. I go, come on. You don't need one. And they go, no. Most people get mad. They'd be like, I'm not getting a security system. I don't want to live in an area where I need a security system. More power to you, that's a thing. It's a nice deterrent to things, and it's just a nice little backup to have. I get it, XYZ. However, I know if you're selling security systems door to door, which I know people who do, you need to be a scumbag. You need to make them fearful. You need to look them in the eye and be like, hey, do you want the security system? They go, no. You go, well, your baby's gonna die, right? Yeah. Your child's gonna get murdered. Taken right out of the window. Your child is on you. Your child's dying tomorrow. I already know it. Death to your child. That's some, you gotta be like, you gotta put those images in your heads. Be like, hey man, where do you go? What do you like to do? Oh, I don't know, man. I like to go on vacations a lot. I love to just hop in the camper and take the wife and kids and dogs and go away for the weekend. Oh, you do? Oh, that's interesting. Well, did you know this? 99.999% of the time when you go camping, there's murderers who's going to come through, ravage the city, ravage your house, and murder anyone left. You have a dog sitter? Oh, man, you have a house sitter? You take the dogs with. Okay, so you have a house sitter? Yeah. House sitters get their house sitters get their throats slit. And that's going to be on you. You want to get sued? You better buy my motherfucking security program right now. Shit like that. Oh, hello, my name's dietitianist Marshal Kramer. What's your name? Oh, Ronnie. How you doing, Ronnie? What you trying to do? Oh, well, Marshal, I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight, but I struggle with losing weight, and, it's kind of tough sometimes, but I just really want to do it because I know it'll better my health and it'll make me feel better. Oh, okay. That sounds good. You say you struggle with it? Yeah, Marshal, I struggle with it every now and again. Oh, okay. Well, here's what we need to do. You need to stop struggling. Oh, well, Marshal, I don't know why. It's just in my psychology. It's in my, psyche. It's in my brain. I just can't help it, man. I really like donuts too much. Well, fuck your donuts. Because you know what they'll do? They'll give you diabetes. You know what happens when you get diabetes? Your toes fall off. Every last person who has diabetes, their toes fall off. Do you want to stop getting toe jobs? No, you don't. So you need to eat healthy. It's fear tactics. That's what they love to use. They love to use fear tactics to sell. However, for me, I think that's sometimes my tangents go so long. I'm just like, God damn, but that's the point of the show. So for me, I'm just selling you entertainment. I'm not selling you. I would love to get into psychology and philosophy, right? But only in a fun way. I don't like to sit there and ponder those questions. I only like to do them in fun ways and like ways to help us better ourselves, right? So if you're feeling depressed, you're feeling anxious, screw thinking about external things that can help us, right? Like not social support, but like medicines and liquor, and drugs and even exercise. Exercise is a masker too. Exercise is great and you should do it every day. But it's a masker too when you're in the immediate, right? I only use exercise for one thing, and that is to blow off the steam. If somebody I would say someone cuts you off on the road, that makes you mad, right? So something like that. Someone just cuts you off on the road, it's abruptly out of nowhere, you get mad. Oh my God, the energy just raging in you. I go work out, blow off all the steam, right? Let's just use a better example. Someone called me a name. It enrages me. Why did you call me that? Like, I have to figure out things in the beginning. Why'd you call me that? That makes me really mad. Why'd you just do that? I was having a good day, and also you just call me a name. Before I talk anything out, because I would get defensive like that, I would get really mad. I gotta go bust out a few push-ups. I gotta go bust out a few dips, shoulder presses, curls, abs. I still bust out, bust a nut, and just lose a little bit of energy. And once I'm able to lose that energy, right? When I lose that energy, I lose that emotion. And I'm no longer attached to, what they call me. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, that guy called me that name. Why did he call me that name? And usually the time, right? So you have to use that to get rid of all your energy so you're back to a baseline. You're level-headed once again. And then think through the problem and get to the root. In that certain scenario, there really is nothing really deeper for me to go than, why did that happen? Oh, that guy's a dick and it had nothing to do with me. Okay, move on to the next. But if somebody calls you a name and you just work out and you never think about it has to do with them, the next time someone calls you a name, you're going to react the same way. And the next time. You have to come to the point where you just sit and reflect and be like, oh, when people call me things or talk about me, it has nothing to do with me. I know most people don't know this. I don't know this. I mean, there's a difference between knowing. There's a difference between knowing and feeling, just like the Spirit of the Lord. All right. Yeah, my friend told me that once. I just love that. I love freaking pastors, man. They make me just die. Anyway, there's a difference between knowing and feeling. So I know that when someone makes fun of me or says shit about me or talks about the things I'm doing, it has nothing to do with me. Yes, it's hard to feel that, right? I'm trying to work. You have to consciously work over and over and over and over and over again until it becomes a subconscious feeling. You just know. So I still get mad consciously about people calling me names because I'm not there yet. But there will be a point that when I'm so used to it and I've thought about it so much that it is just going to become it's going to become subconscious. And the moment that someone calls me a name, I'm going to be like, I won't even think about, it has to do with them. It just literally won't even phase my mind. You know what I'm saying? It literally won't even phase you. Think about, a good example is think about little kids. First off, kids are so mean. So mean. Kids are rough, man, and they're not mean malevolently. They're just mean because they have no fucking filter, I'm going to tell you this one story specifically for me, but think about the things that other kids said to you when you were younger. Oh my God, why is your hair like that? Oh my God, why do you wear that? They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know that it's, you're wearing a pink freaking, cutoff. They're like, why are you wearing a pink cutoff? They don't know because they're taught, I don't know. Maybe society's changed, but when I was young, kids were taught that, boys wear blue, girls wear pink. So if you were to wear pink, then what's wrong with you? I thought you were a boy. You look like you have a wee-wee, but you're dressed in pink, So that's just kind of how we're programmed. And if someone were to call you that now, you wouldn't even think about it, right? I wouldn't even think about it. I'd be like, that's a child. I wouldn't even think that's a child. It's so subconscious to me to not give a fuck about what kids say, because it's like, they don't know shit. But here's a rough one. This is what I'm talking about. This was a fucking rough one. This is back when I was pepperoni face. This was back in the point where you couldn't tell if I'm the Domino's delivery pizza driver or was I literally the pepperoni pizza. I was to the point of that in my life. And I remember I was working at a Holiday gas station, and I was the clerk, and I was checking people out, and this dad came with his little son. And this was, again, my face. And dad hands me his shit, started checking, beep, 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 checking it all out. And the kid looks up at me and then looks at his dad and goes, loud as shit, this kid said, motherfucking no manners. This kid goes, Dad, what's on his face? Excuse me? What's on my face? What's on my face is motherfucking volcanic acne. Molten pus. That's what's on my face, kid. All right? And kid, what are you, 5? You got it coming too. All right? It's coming to you, so fuck you, kid. I literally, I'm not that mean of a guy, but I punched the kid in the fucking face. Punched him in the face. Pop, pop, pop. Punched him on the fucking 5-year-old in the face. And the dad's like, shit, why'd you do that, man? I'm like, fuck your kid. Fuck you and your kid. And then, chop that motherfucker in the neck, right in the jug. Yeah, chuck that fucker. So fucking watch your kid, or I'm doing the jug. It's up to y'all. I don't want to hit the jug. I don't want to hit your jug. But if your kid talks to me like that, I'm going to hit your motherfucking jug. So that was a real story, true story. Knocked him out, went to jail. Yeah. So fuck kids. I hate kids. I absolutely love kids, honestly, because kids are a truth teller, and for me, kids kids like me. Kids like me a lot. It's probably because of my energy, and I'm a child myself. I have this great buddy, Adam Bauman. I love you, man. You're a great fucking guy, but this kid's already got a kid. He's my age, and I'm like, kid, I couldn't imagine having a kid because I'm a kid. I'm a child. I can hardly wipe my butt right because then I'm in my bed that night and I'm like, what the fuck's that smell? I'm like, it smells like shit. I'm like, oh, what is it? Oh, it's your butt crack, Marsh. It's your fucking butt crack. I'm like, you forgot to wipe. I need a bidet up in this bitch. Somebody give me that motherfucking Tushy program, man. I can't be doing this shit no much longer. God. So, kids love me. I like kids, except for that fucking kid. Fucking right up in his fucking nose again. I want to break that kid's nose. It's on his face. What's on your fucking face, kid? Skin? Perfect skin? Flat? Yeah, fuck you, loser. Yeah, anyway, there was this other thing, man. I was watching on TikTok, this fucking kid. It was like a 13-year-old kid doing an interview. I hope it was a joke. But he was sitting there and he's like talking about his girlfriend. He's like, yeah, she struggles with things. I know she got kidnapped when she was younger. And I know that messes with a lot of her mind and affects our relationship. She struggles with PTSD. Yeah, PTSD. Yeah, post-traumatic Down syndrome. Oh, no. She doesn't have Down syndrome. She don't have Down syndrome. Oh, I'm just stupid. I don't know what he says. He's like, I'm tripping, man. PTSD. This kid's like, well, yeah, she's got post-traumatic Down syndrome. I'm like, oh, God. See, we're failing, folks. We're failing. Yeah, we need some work in these teachers. I know a few teachers. I like teachers, but they are self-righteous bitches. That's what I'm gonna say. Teaching is not the most important job in the world. Okay, can we be honest with this here? Okay, porn is. You want to talk about real benefit to society? Let's talk Alana Rhodes. Okay, let's talk Nicole Aniston, Brandy Starr. Let's talk Mia Khalifa. All right, these are people who benefit society. These are people who give people reasons to live. These are people who give people real teachings, real lessons on life. Okay? Not teachers, not third grade teachers, right? You can't even teach a kid. Billy still struggles on tying his shoe. He's in 4th grade. We're failing. But Lana, Millie's. Telling, hey, put some clothes on, girl. Oh my God, that's not appropriate. You need to put some clothes on. You need to march your ass down to the principal office. Well, what she did was march her ass right out the door into LA. Right in front of the camera. You don't know shit, Miss Jenkins. You don't know shit. Hey, Jake Paul. Jake, you need to calm down. Quiet down, Jake. Calm down. You're distracting all the other children. I cannot quiet down. I want an arsenal. All right? That's how she's feeling. That's how he's feeling. She's like, you need to go down right now. You need to go down right now to the principal's office. He's like, fuck you, Miss Jenkins. And he walks his ass right out the door, right to LA in front of a camera. You don't know shit, Mrs. Jenkins. You don't know shit. So, I think those two people are exemplary human beings and role models in this country. And I think that kids don't need to look very much further for inspiration, motivation, and something to aspire to than Jake Paul and Alana Rhodes. They get it done, they get it in, and they won. Okay? I don't think they're doing bad. I think they're doing quite well. So, fuck you, Miss Jenkins. You don't know shit. Fair enough. Construction Steve, Construction Stad. Oh my God, Construction Stad. I am Construction Steve or Contractor Chad. And, here to answer your final questions and your final things tonight. What is the last thing I want to leave with here? Because I think I'm going to cut in Dawson after this. Oh my God. What I want to talk about real quick is Get upside, guys. I cannot understand. Though, first off, if you enjoy the show and want to save money and support the show simply by following the affiliate links, the Get Upside. Get Upside is a great app. It's not a cheap app. I mean, it's not a cheap app. It's not like a ripoff. Like, what's the whole point of this? It's literally a gas saving app. They get money by pushing me to a gas station that has savings for me that a gas station I would not go to if the savings were not there. They simply get paid, not making money off you. You don't pay a membership. You don't pay nothing. You simply save on gas, and then they get a referral fee from that gas station. Something simple as that. Marshal 8455 is a promo code to get you 15 cents off your first, 15 cents off a gallon for your first fill up. And you will support the show by just using those links to support the show. Also, I know these guys are getting a little bit of flack, a little bit of heat right now, but Robinhood, go to Robinhood, use the link in the description below, and if you use Robinhood, which is a friendly, non-commission stock trading app that you can use. I know they went into a little bit of controversy with what happened with AMC and GameStop and XYZ. One of two things. One, you need to know that it's legal to do that. When a stock gets very volatile, they pause trading. They've done that for decades. They can pause trading. I know they paused trading, didn't allow people to buy securities on that. I do understand that. Maybe they were doing some bullshit, but however, there's not a single investing app out there that you think that is like the Robinhood, right? They took the name Robinhood to take from the rich and give to the poor, right? As Robinhood did. And they work for the rich. I don't know. Who cares? But so does Vanguard. So does, Infinite, or Fidelity, whatever it is, E-Trade, all this different shit. They're all, Chase Morgan, they're all based upon that. So you might as well get the best one. And it's non-commission. You can take a trade. You can trade, right? And never have to pay commission. If you do that on Vanguard, like I have Vanguard and Robinhood. My Vanguard costs $10 per trade. This is zero. If you do 3 trades a week, that's $30 a week you have to pay if you do Vanguard. Zero you pay on Robinhood. Get yourself a free stock and me a free stock. Also, if you're like me and love to drive and listen to podcasts, think about becoming a DoorDash driver. If you simply use my link in the description below, and you do 200 deliveries in the first 60 days, 100 deliveries a month, easy, guys. Easy. You're talking about 3 a day. Come on. You can do 3 deliveries a day. I do 3 in an hour, right? If you do that, you get something like $500, and so do I. So we both get $500. If you want to become a DoorDash driver, use the link in below. Help me out. If you want to use Robinhood, get a free stock and give me a free stock by using the link in below. And then get Upside, the gas-saving app, gas-saving app, Marshal 8455. Again, you're literally helping me out. You're supporting me by also saving money for yourself. You don't have to give me money, right? I'm eventually going to do a Patreon, eventually do stuff like that. You don't have to give me a monthly fee. Just simply listen to my show, listen to these bullshit ads, and listen to me talk about shit, listen to the type of affiliates, and simply just use the affiliate links below, and you literally support me. I appreciate it so much. I want to be on the front line of the end of traditional media. Be independent creators. Screw labels, screw networks, screw all this different shit. Independent creators. If we can figure out a way, which Patreon does, and so does my Apple support, you can also, I would really appreciate it. I have 2 monthly subscribers right now, but at the bottom of my link tree, you can see podcast support, and same with this one too. At the bottom, you can see podcast support, and you can subscribe something monthly. I got 2 guys that give me, one gives me $2, one gives me $4 a month. $6 a month between those two, I'll fucking take it. Thank you guys for doing. It's anonymous, so I don't know who it is, but thank you so much for doing that. It's probably my mom and dad, but thank you, mom and dad. I love you so much, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show. I hope you guys enjoy the interview and the podcast with Dawson that I'm gonna show here. And I love you guys, and thank you guys so much for supporting me and using the links below. Until the end of this episode, skid it, tiddly.
These mics are like the higher quality.
Oh, they are.
They're a lot better quality than the old ones.
Yep, they're nice. And then you have the. I mean, that's the same. I sold everything, but that was the same stands. These are the same stands that we had before. If you can't remember, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Marshal Kramer Show, the most serious, silly show in the world. And we are joined once again for the 10th time, I believe, I don't know, by my friend Dawson Pittman, here to sit down and, I don't know, discuss some shit today, man.
Let's talk.
How we start the first one, we have a bunch of segments and stuff, but how we kind of start the first one is like, how have you been? And what I mean by that, mentally, checking in like mentally. How have you been recently? And then we kind of riff off each other.
Life's been good, bro.
Good.
Training's been going good. I feel like I'm actually making progress.
That always feels good.
And gym wise, yeah,
That always feels good.
It's wintertime. Usually works a little bit slower this time of the year, so I can really grind in the gym. And then summer comes around. And
how do you do in the winter? Because that's what I struggle with the low sun. Hard.
It's weird because normally like I overdose on vitamin D3, that supplement. I take like, was it 4,000 or 5,000?
Yep.
IBUs or how do they?
I use international units. And
I usually do that like every winter, but this winter I haven't even done any of that.
No?
I'm doing great.
You feel fine?
I feel awesome.
Wow.
I mean, I have sad days. Obviously, we all do.
We all do.
And I'm not afraid to like express that on Snapchat or whatever. And be like, but it's a matter of getting through that and then looking forward to brighter days.
Let's tangent off that. You know what, my mom really has hit this in the ground to me, and I've kind of started to realize it. You know what the real pandemic or you know what this pandemic is? Pangea, it's worldwide. But you know what the real epidemic in this country is? This idea. Did you hear all the fuzz went away? Oh. It's so cool. It kind of like comes in and out.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here like
the real epidemic in this country is the fallacy that we have in our minds that we always need to be happy.
Right.
You don't always need to be happy.
No way.
You won't always be happy. That's not how the human brain
Absolutely
works.
not.
And then she was instilling this into me because I was talking about how I'm feeling down, and, little comments like that. She's like, "What?" She's like, "You exacerbate everything." She's like, "You don't need to be happy all the time,
Take
Marshal.
everything to heart.
That's not how the brain works." Yeah. And then literally today, this huge guru Indian guy that keeps popping up on my social media. I don't like him or anything, but it's just popping up. But he had a really good thing that kind of ties to it. He's talking about. He's like, if the body is not complaining, you are not using the body. The body must complain. You may not complain, but the body has to complain. And that's my mom. That's my mom saying work is hardly ever going to be fun, even for actors who are doing what they love, even for doing this, right? It's work. It takes a lot of setup, taking all these lights and stuff and putting all these fucking cords and making sure I got all the SD cards and make sure everything's drained and stuff like that. I got to make sure data's available. I mean, it's an hour of prep and then 30 minutes of takedown.
It's all about the mindset, bro.
Exactly.
If you hate what you do, you'll fucking hate it. But if you love what you do or have the good mindset, every day is a vacation, like that one song.
But here's what my mom says even more, and I agree with this. I like what she says because, it's not misery. You don't need to be in misery all the time. We're not saying that. But you don't need to be being elated, being super energetic, and I'm so happy. That takes energy and time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to be like that, right? So to be at like she calls it like a holistic contentment. Like you're just, and what I call it is happy.
Just kind of cruising.
Elation and euphoria are fake. They're fleeting. They come and go. Caffeine, drugs, they will make it woo, and then it will fade away. That's not real. That's not real happiness. But this contentment. But like she says contentment, so I don't like that word.
Caffeine's happiness for sure.
That's what I said.
Oh, pure happiness.
Oh, you think pure happiness? No.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay. Coffee guy.
Huge caffeine guy.
But I really think that it's you, like we talked about before. We talked about on the podcast. You got to be okay with just being at a 6 and 7, bro. Stop trying to chase these 10s because in order to have these 10s, you have to have a crash of a 1.
Yep.
And you don't want those fucking 1s. I'm chilling floating at a 7 to a 4. 7 to a 4. I'm chilling. 4, that's not too bad. It's like, oh, it's a down day.
Yeah,
it's another day. Oh, you got to grind through it. And a lot of days I have to grind through. But it's not like, oh my God, my life is so shitty. Which most people make it because they try and get those 10s on the evenings and then their mornings are 1s. It's like, stop trying to trace. It takes energy away from you.
Bro, on your shitty days that are just fucking trash, what gets you through it?
What gets it? The future. How about you? What do you do?
Music and working out, man.
Music's
huge. See, like, I do care about the future, but I like recently I've just been really chilling in like the present, like now. Mm-hmm. And so I'll just put on, it's weird because like when I'm sad or having a bad day, I will jam out to sad music. Mm-hmm. Because then it kind of brings me back and reminds me of like back when I used to be like really sad and I was really depressed and everything. And I'm like, fuck, I've came so far from that. So my sad days now ain't shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm already advancing. That and like I said, working out too. Sometimes I'll put my headphones on because the guys will come over and we have the big speaker. But sometimes I just want to put my headphones on.
I saw you do that. And I was like, okay, well, all right, put your headphones on,
and
baby.
I mean, if it's more of a technical lift or whatever, I just need to focus up, and I'll do it. And because it's tough with me and Zach. We're always joking around.
Yeah, always having fun,
and to find that serious balance or whatnot.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I definitely think that music is a huge part of my life with that, and also kind of
why
looking at where I'm at. Just the lyrics. Some people just knowing that some people are going through what you're going through as well, and you can relate. Having that that factor of, damn, this person can relate, and they're at the top of the music charts right now.
Yeah.
They have their whole life right here, but they're still feeling what you're feeling. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of like, well, shit, okay. Mm-hmm. Whatever, dude.
Puts it gives you more perspective, and also, you realize you're not alone in this world. And that's my huge thing too, is that, the friends I've been hanging around with, and the people I've been talking to, and, talking to my mother, I'm starting to realize, oh my God, I am not alone at all in my thoughts. Like my mom, like talking to my mom, she helps me realize that it's not even our age. Like, she has friends, 55-year-old, 60-year-old, who struggle with the exact same psychological problems that we do. Mm-hmm. There were not just 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds were struggling with the lockdown. Everybody's struggling with the lockdown. Nobody likes to not be social. We all struggle with those things. We all feel lonely. We all feel unloved. We all feel XYZ. So, yeah, that's a good point. I like that.
Yeah.
And then, why working out?
I just feel good.
Yeah.
And like, so this is a weird thing with working out for me, is like, I first started working out because I went through a breakup. To me, the way I look at that is, yeah, it's a good way to start your fitness journey, but it's also a toxic way. Like, I'm going to get back at this person. Fuck this person. I'm going to do a glow up. Like, okay, go get that. But eventually you need to start doing it for yourself. Yeah. And for me, like, I work out because it's like,
it helps me help you.
Shut up, bitch.
Dude, phones are wild. They're always listening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, now I lost my train of thought. So, like, I don't know. Whenever I look in the mirror, like, I don't like what I see. I don't like what I see when I look in the mirror.
Yeah.
And so for me, that's a little bit of body dysmorphia, so that's bad. But it's also keeps me going and whatnot. And with that, I just like to put myself through it in the gym, just beat the shit out of myself, torture myself, the pain, and then I feel happy afterwards.
Yeah. No, see, going again though. You have to pendulum swing. So you want to put yourself in a 3. Working, as much as you and I both enjoy working out, it's never easy. It's hard. It's hard to put our minds in that fucking mode. I'm gonna say it. That's why we take pre-workout, because we're not motivated to do it every day, bruh. It gives us that extra boost that we need. It gives us that, not even just the boost of energy, that motivation. Like, I'm not gonna do it unless I take some caffeine. And they put caffeine. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do something.
If you pick the right playlist, like music, music again,
just like that too, bro. Oh, it can snap you right into it. That's nice. Sometimes I'll be dragging myself out to the treadmill there, and then no caffeine, and I'll put that music on, and just takes 30 seconds in, and I'm just dancing. I'm like, yeah, and then it keeps going.
Fuck,
I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm good.
Dude, it's crazy too how like my playlist will change. It'll be like, I'll listen to like old rock one day I'll listen to dubstep, one day I'll listen to sad shit just to remind me like why I started, just keep me going.
Yeah.
Get me pissed off.
I like that. Let's go back to the starting thing, because I started that way too. I have a huge fucking melon. Maybe you can't tell too much anymore because my shoulders have gotten wider, but I have a big melon, I'm 5'10", 100 and something, 80 pounds, with a head the size for a D lineman, I got Dylan Radin's size fucking head. And at least for him, it's proportional to his big ass body. Yeah. I'm teeny, right. So it's like, I looked really bad. I got made fun of all the time. Like, from 4th to 7th grade, I got roasted. Specifically by this one girl. Won't call her out. She's apologized since then, but she fucking roasted me. She had a crush on me. She actually had a crush on me. That's why she made fun of me. But
just fucking toasted your ass.
But she wrote all, like, to the point where in 5th grade, I actually we went in and heard that she had my teacher, and my mom called and said, we need to get him moved because he cannot be with that girl.
And she thought she was just being cute and shit.
She thought she was being cute and funny.
Yeah. And you're just being torn apart.
She liked
like,
me.
All I know is pain.
Exactly.
And big head.
And so then that's what I did. I started lifting because of that. And then 10th grade came, 2 years into it. I started seeing real progress. And I'm like, forget that shit. That's in the past. I think in 11th grade she apologized and XYZ because, she started to see how much it actually affected me. I don't know. She must have heard it in the grapevine that it really affected me. And as it did. And, but I've turned it into a really positive thing. And now exercise and taking care of my health and wellness in general has greatly affected my life, like in the best way possible. I'm so grateful for how I got into it.
Helps with depression too, especially around this time of the year.
Everything. Oh yeah, it helps with that.
I was like that post I did the other day. Like, it doesn't matter if you go for a fucking walk, jump rope, walk on a treadmill, go outside and walk, go for a run, lift weights, do something. Like, get your mind busy.
Yeah, get your mind busy. That's
the biggest thing.
Yeah, get your mind busy. Get your mind busy to relax. But that's where my only caveat is to make sure that it's not continuous day after day, week after week, month after month of being busy, because you have to sit down and understand why you're feeling bad. You have to know why you're feeling bad.
Yeah.
However, I'm not a cliche motherfucker. I know you got to just run sometimes. Just run, baby. Yep. Just run or pump some weights. I done the exact same thing, man.
Yeah.
As we were at the bar the other day, last night, we were getting drunk and everyone there was drinking except for the DD. And one kid was like, yeah, once we get back, just, bars close at 10. He's like, yeah, once we get back in town, I'm gonna go to the gym. Just drop me off at the gym. And then my brother's gonna pick me up. I'm like, you're going to the gym? He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna miss a day. I'm like, wait, you've had literally 6 vodka Red Bulls. You're going to the gym? He's like, yeah, man, never miss a day. And I'm like, I went
fucking savage.
Because I didn't have to drive to the San Diego State Gym. When I was at San Diego, I went to the gym drunk probably at least once a week. Drunk, like at midnight, because I'd be so mad. Because I would drink to be mad in the first place.
How?
And then drinking would make me think more. And then I'm like, I just gotta go to the gym. So I'd skateboard a mile to the gym and go to the gym, and I would be for an hour. And then
I just feel like that would be worse.
Horrible.
Worse than when you lift hungover.
I couldn't remember anything. I didn't know what was going on. And people were watching me. There wasn't much people at midnight, but people were watching me. I wonder what the hell they were thinking. This
guy smells like fucking booze.
He smells like booze.
What kind of pre-workout is he taking?
I'm falling over like this, I'm wobbling. You got to be like, this guy's inebriated. Oh, yeah. Just smelling alcohol-y, vinegary. Probably smelled nasty. But
that's fucking ripe.
But yeah, man, I couldn't sit with my thoughts, so I had to just get busy. And that's what I say. You eventually do have to sit with your thoughts. Don't think you don't have to, but
you got to face your demons eventually.
Exactly.
Man.
But you can run away from them a little bit. I think it's okay to run away from a little bit. It's all right. Sometimes you just don't have time to face them. Sometimes it's easier just to run. Do that for a little bit. But with always knowing in the back of your mind that, hey, I got to sit down with these one day. One day I got to sit down with these. You were talking about your phone there. Have you heard about this new Clubhouse app? Clubhouse. Okay, it's a new app. It's an audio talking app. First off, I just signed up for yesterday. First off, it's an invite-only app. You cannot join the Clubhouse until you've been invited by somebody.
Invite me, bro.
So I can't. I'm not in there yet. I will when I get in there.
Sounds dope as fuck.
But no one's invited me. Oh, here, you want to know?
It's like a walkie-talkie kind of?
Yeah. Well, kind of like, you remember Voxer back in the day?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Kind of like, you just whatever. I don't know exactly how it works, but this is what it's containing. First off, there's big, powerful people in there, like Tulsi Gabbard and Eric Weinstein, like people who really know what they're talking about. And a comedian I love, Tim Dillon, was talking about on his podcast the other day that this app is like for the elites of networking. And he got invited by some elite guy who's in finance. This is a major. That's Tim Dillon right there. He's a major comedian. That's actually the one.
I've ever heard of him.
Funny guy. And he can you tell he's gay? He's gay. He's a fat, masculine guy. You'd never tell that he's gay. I love it. I love him, bro. I know that means nothing about anything, but like, that's why he gets away with things. He's like, I'm a homo. I can say what I want to because I suck dick. I can say whatever I want to you people,
Doesn't give a fuck.
Anyway, the future that he describes, the future that's coming. He's like, you'll never leave. He's like, there will be no delivery drivers. Everything will come through Jones XYZ. He's like, you think Alexa and Google Home is your concern? Everything will be recording what you say, and they will mark it right to you immediately, like they already do. If you're talking about swimming pools, next thing you know, your Instagram story. Swimming pools, Dawson. You want some swimming pools?
That's so fucking weird, bro. Yeah. Or what just happened there?
Yeah, and he says it's gonna get worse and worse. And I'm like, and these are like high level up people that know what I'm talking. And like I sit there and I'm like, and he knows what he's talking about. He's a very intelligent guy, and I'm like, and the only thing I like is that he ends it with, I might be wrong. I'm probably not, but I might be wrong, and I need him to be wrong, bro, because let's go back to the curfew, man. I can't believe there's still a 10 p.m. curfew on when we can be out because COVID has a wake-up time. COVID wakes up at 10 p.m. and goes to bed at 6.
10:01, you're fucked.
I get your logic. Oh, after 10, you guys are a little bit more inebriated. You're going to be talking XYZ. Shut the fuck up. Stop. Yep. Like, that's conjecture, honestly. That's actually conjecture. You don't know. I mean, until you do studies on it, you don't know. I mean, it's just as much as us. But with that, like, I'm not excited about where our freedom future can go, man.
Probably, hopefully up, but we both know. I mean, they have vaccines out, and they're still. Are you gonna do the vaccine or no?
No.
They're gonna force people to do the vaccine though.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
Because this wasn't like an idea that someone had. It was a vaccine card is what they were gonna start doing. You carry around your vaccine card that show that you got vaccinated.
I heard that.
Oh, so you want to go to the Timberwolves game? Mm-hmm. Do you have your vaccine
card? You gotta
show
it. Yeah.
Oh, you want to fly to Ohio?
Mm-hmm.
You got your vaccine card? Mm-hmm. So they're going to do it like that. They're not going to make
They're not going to make you, but they're fucking making you.
Yep.
Yeah. Yup.
What a fucking joke.
I'm not.
What a fucking joke.
I'm not a fan of it.
Technical difficulty should be the name of my show.
Catchy.
It's catchy. Yeah. That's so fucking bullshit. God, that makes me mad at that.
People gone.
That got deleted. I don't know where we're going. I'm going to go back to here. I love it. Let's watch this TikTok. When you score.
Sack is now so large, he has to wear a huge hoodie
upside down.
That's his testicle sack, bro.
No, it's not. No. How?
He has to wear a hoodie. This is nuts.
How?
You think you got big cahoons? Nah, brother.
Wear a huge hoodie upside down.
Oh!
Trousers.
There's no way. No shot. What?
Oh no!
Damn.
Oh no!
You guys got some fucking.
Okay, now that was a funny topic, but now we got to dread here. So I screenshotted this. What was going on with this?
Okay. So this is what I brought up earlier.
Yeah.
When I said go for a walk, do whatever. I was in my shit, right?
Yeah.
And I've been finding that recently, like when I get down in the dumps and I'm going through it, I'm like, fuck, and I'm listening to my sad shit, and I'm just like, it's eating me up. I'm body dysmorphia. I'm like, am I reaching my goals? And I said, and, beat myself up in my head, fucking gay. I like to post on my Snapchat. Like I want to take that low and like motivate people with it. Because when I do that, I feel so good. Like after
you feel better.
After I posted that, like I went to bed, I woke up, and I had a bunch of people that swiped up that were like we love you, keep it going, blah blah blah. Like a lot of positive interaction. Like thank you, this means so much, and like it felt really good. It was like a refresh for me.
Yeah.
And so anytime I go through the shit or whatever, and I post stuff like this. It makes me feel fucking good to help other people out.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like a coping mechanism. I don't know if it's healthy or it's not healthy, but it works for me. So I'm like, fuck it.
I don't think I don't think any coping is healthy. I think even coping with like conversation, because coping in general, right? Like, but it's a natural process. But like, don't worry about it.
Because
don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're like essentially like putting a Band-Aid on it, but it doesn't.
So just pick the healthiest Band-Aid. Working out is a great Band-Aid. It's better than alcohol, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll just say, first off, because I saw your thing, XYZ, just down to the mirror, keeps me going. If you suffer from depression, right here. Hate the fuck out of yourself, go to the gym. I was thinking you were talking about yourself. First off, you are you're very capable, not capable, like, you're worthy of being loved, right? And you loving yourself, right? Yep. You're a very amazing human being, and I truly mean that. And that's why you get so many responses from people. Yeah. Because you're such a positive guy, optimistic guy, and like you said, we're both performers in ways. We like to help other people. We like to help other people in
bring laughter to people.
Yes, exactly. That's what we like to do, and that really carries through. And that's why you get things like that and responses like that. So I screenshot that because I felt bad, because I struggle with loving myself too. Absolutely. And I'm like, I can't believe that fucker does not love himself. But then again, we're all the same, man. Exactly. Like you're a great fucking dude, man. You know? Right.
And that's the craziest thing too. Is like you met Cole. Cole is just a fucking unit, right? Yeah. Big guy. That dude suffers from body dysmorphia. Yeah. Like and he doesn't like the way he looks. And everyone looks at him and they're like, bro, you're chiseled out of fucking granite.
He looks great.
Like, this dude is insane. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my god, like you just need to realize that. But in the same sense, I can't sit here and fucking say that to him, because I'm the same way as he. Mm-hmm. And I feel like a lot of people that live suffer from like body dysmorphia or whatever, and it's a shitty thing. Not even just people that lift, a lot of people in general, but it's just, you gotta push through it, man.
Yeah, you gotta just pursue it, and that's damn, man. We're built going through it. Like, the body has to complain. We are built to be miserable. I don't know what it is about us, man. We think negative. Even the positive, optimistic guys think negative innately. All the time. It's a negative situation. Boom, negative. And I have to consciously wire it. No, let's spin a positive on it. Let's spin positively. Yes. We have to consciously do that, which is bullshit. Yeah. Why do our brains work that way, man? That's tough.
I don't know. I always see the negative in everything. It is a shitty thing. Well, that's just it. Like this last year or two, and this year and going into it, I guess it's just fucking shitty. Everything about it is just like shitty. It is. And everyone nowadays is just like so like miserable, and you're seeing more people jumping on like the sad boy, sad girl vibes train, whatever, and all this. So it's like anytime I can bring joy to people and try to motivate them through it and just like bring a laugh, like that makes me super fucking happy.
Yeah,
and like posting shit like that, like just being straight up honest. And that's one thing too that I've noticed. I get a lot of fucking dudes that swipe up and say like, damn, bro, like this took some balls to post. Like this is really like a lot more guys need to start doing this. Yeah. Because it's crazy how a lot of guys have like this alpha mentality where they don't want to touch on that side of like their feelings and everything, because they're going to be made fun of. They're going to be gay, blah, 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 XYZ, whatever. And it just blows my mind, because when I do touch on these things and I do bring light to them, these situations, I get amazing feedback. Mm-hmm. my sister for her birthday, she put that color streak. She painted my fingernails black. And obviously I got made fun of for that. But then there was a lot of people that were like, this is dope. That's awesome. You're a great brother. We need more. I had some chick swipe up and said, we need more guys like you, Dawson, in this world. Like to be open to try anything, to do whatever and shed light on the situation. Like, I rocked the shit out of those fucking nails. My sister wanted to do it for her birthday and promote her color street business. Fuck yeah.
Who cared?
I don't give a fuck.
Cares? Yeah.
I'm helping family out.
Who
you know
cares?
what I mean? And your opinions don't matter. I mean, that also touches on what we were talking about earlier with that. I love the haters. I love hate. I just love receiving hate because I use it to motivate, you know?
Yeah.
And it just keeps me going.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think I'm getting to that point. I really do think I'm getting to that point. I got my first ever dislike on a video, and I was really happy. I'm like,
on YouTube?
I'm like, that means I'm doing something. If you
Haters
start
are
getting
supporters,
hate,
bro.
yeah, that means I'm doing something. That means I'm saying stuff that is real.
Yep.
You know, you wouldn't dislike it if I didn't say something that you're like, oh, this is.
And they're still interacting on your videos.
Yeah,
too.
you still get the likes,
You
and guess what? They're gonna watch the next few weeks to see if I've changed. Well, I think it'll change. Nope, I'm not gonna change.
I'm still
This
here,
is who I am.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Maybe you're gonna change and mold into me because you'd be like, oh, I think he's right on this XYZ.
Right. And that's
Yeah.
crazy too. Like I've seen on TikTok where I'll be scrolling on my For You page and there'll be a video with like 12,000 likes, which is a lot. And everyone's hating on them. Everyone's hating on this person. Next, I'll be scrolling. That video comes back up and it's at like 1 million likes.
Yeah.
And everyone's loving the video. It's just like, I don't know. Even when you're disliked, you still get supporters. Haters are supporters.
You do.
And I posted something on Facebook. I'm trying to remember what it said. It was like, if you can't handle being talked about, then you're not ready for success.
Not at
and
all.
that is fucking fact.
And I have not been there literally until these last 4 months. Like I said, it was a revolutionary change.
Right.
I had to take 6 months off, 8 months, whatever it was, and I came back with a vengeance. I'm like, but in a positive vengeance, just a vengeance because of how disappointed I was in myself that I gave up 6 months ago. I'm like, get your fucking ass back out there. You're built to do this. This is why you performed. I've been performing in front of my family doing plays since I was 4 years old. I'm a performer. This is what I fucking do. I base my whole entire value on it. I perform. I like to make people's days, make them feel or make them laugh, whatever it is. I like to make them feel something. I like to bring something to their day. I get from that. And yeah, I'm okay. I want you to. And I'm okay with not fitting in with normal society. If you're an actor and artist, you're not going to be able to go to the bar and fit in. They're going to be staring at you or talking about you. Dude, that guy, even if it's positive, like, that guy makes this kind of music. You're going to be an idolized to them, or you're going to be a devil to them. They're not going to see you as angel or devil. You're no longer going to be a normal person. I'm okay without doing that. When I'm going to Morgan's wedding, in him and Eric are going to get married in 2022, when I go to his wedding, I'm okay being the guy that is like, oh yeah, that's his brother that makes videos. Yeah, oh yeah, they're stupid. Oh yeah, they're good. Whatever you want to say. I'm okay with being talked about like that. I'm good with it now. I don't give two fucks because you know why? Every day I'm doing what I love. Doing what I love.
It's crazy too. Like, I don't know. There's like when you start doing you, like becoming like the best version of yourself, and you see the people come out of the woodwork that have been there for so long, and they're haters and they start leaving. Fuck yeah, dude. You just did me the best favor ever. You just saved me time and maybe money. I don't know, but you just saved time.
And you know what? You did. You know what else too? I can't remember if somebody recently told me to fuck off, like straight up. And I straight up said like, thank you, bro. I'm like, thank you. And I think I turned them. I turned them because I responded that way. I said, thank you, bro. He's like, what? I'm like, thanks for not wasting my fucking time.
Yeah.
Thanks for not
fuck me.
Thanks for not faking in front of me. Thanks for not saying, oh, I love you, Marshal. You're so cool. And then I'm like, fuck that dude. Yeah. I was like, thank you, bro. I don't like you, but thank you. I really, honestly, thank you for being straight up with me. You don't like me? Cool. Now I know that guy doesn't like me. Check him off.
You don't like me? I don't like me either. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Join the club, buddy. I don't like myself either. Join the fucking club.
That's what I tell people all the time. Like, if you can hurt my feelings more than I can hurt my own, oh my fucking god. Yeah, hats off to you,
You
sir.
think my loudness, my high energy, and my speed talk makes you mad? Imagine living with it 24 hours a day. It makes me go crazy sometimes. I'm like, slow down, brain.
People
slow
are like,
down.
I hate you. Like, I try to live with this motherfucker.
Try and live with me
24/7.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, baby. Hell yeah, you're not breaking us.
No.
You're not breaking us, baby. We broke ourselves down, brother.
I was gonna say I've been numb to this whole life thing for a while. So I'm just going through the motions at this point.
This whole life thing for a while.
I have to carry a mask around now, and I'm just going through it. Okay.
And you got to be in bed at home by 10 p.m. That's what drives me crazy. 10.
I'm at home at like 9:59. I gotta get my multivitamin so I don't get sick. I take it at 10:30. I just get the worst flu of my life.
Get the worst flu. No, but I agree with you, man. And that's why I started this podcast 18 months ago. What it was to break this fallacy. It's not a fallacy. It's a real thing. Break down male toxicity. This alpha male toxicity, because I was
Toxic
an alpha.
masculinity.
I was an alpha of an alpha. I was like extremely like I was like pseudo alpha. Like, you know, like, oh, I'm so tough. You gotta see me, I'm so tough. Getting bigger, getting big fucking
brother.
shoulders. Just trying to get huge, man. You see my car? Yeah, I'm huge, man. All these different shit.
Lifted. No, it's
And it's all that different shit. And then I'm just like, and then it, you know, it came into fruition, and it took a while to realize. And my mom always found it extremely fascinating because it was around 8th grade that I built this pseudo alpha personality and persona about myself. And she's like, it's so funny how you had that. She's like, actually not really, because usually it's because of opposites. She's like, because you are the babyest of babyest people. You are this most sensitive kid I've ever met. I'm like, and I am extremely sensitive. Right. And but there's reason because I was so sensitive and still am that I have to overcompensate with my extreme alphaness. So that's why when I see someone who's alpha or trying to be pseudo alpha, first off, you won't if someone's acting alpha, they're beta. They're beta.
So see-through.
If they're trying to bark at you, that's a beta, bruh.
Right.
Yeah.
They're walking around like this. It's like, oh shit. See, I like, this is my thing. When a dude's alpha and like feeling himself and you know, it's whatever, I just feed it to him. I feed it to him. So, and I just sit there and watch him. I'm like, oh shit, was it chest day? Like, what do you bench, bro? And they're like, like 225. I'm like, holy, yeah, dude, it looks like it. Dude.
It looks like it, dude. You jacked.
And then they just sit there and they're just like, you're just stroking their ego and they're just eating it up. That's one thing, guys, is women do not dig toxic masculinity.
No.
They don't like that fucking.
It's disgusting.
I mean, yeah, they think it's hot when you go change a tire with their oil or fucking.
But that's not toxic masculinity.
No, that's just doing your thing. But like,
not being able to cry, not being able to express your emotions. I gotta go. Where are you going? I'm going to the gym. Going to the golf course every single day. And you can never just sit down and be like, hey, wife, this is why I'm feeling this way. Like, I feel unloved in this area, XYZ. Like, I remember being young and girls telling me, like, I love when a guy can explain his emotions. I love when a guy can cry. I think that's so hot. And I'm just like, hey, you don't know what you're talking about, bitch. I'm tough guy McGee. I'm like, I'm so tough.
Carhartt edition.
I remember girls telling me they were afraid of me, bro. Because they're like, Carhartt.
Shout out.
Carhartt's the shit, bro.
Dude, it's my favorite shirt.
I remember girls telling me they were afraid of me. And I know that's because of how masculine I tried to act.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not a what do you mean? I'm a masculine dude, but I'm not a toxic masculine dude.
Facts.
I like yard work. I like wearing baggy clothes, jeans and shit. I like getting dirty. I love that shit. But I also like to sit here and say, I struggle with loving myself sometimes. I struggle with feeling good. I struggle with anxious feelings, depression feelings, sadness, XYZ.
Bro, that was the craziest thing too when I had my fingernails painted. Oh, that's so gay. And I'm like, yeah, ever since I had my nails painted, I just love sucking dick now. That's my new thing. Huge dick sucker with these fingernails now. Like, no, like, fuck off. You know what I mean?
Dude,
and it's crazy. It just fucking floors me because real men support other men. Like, just support each other. Yeah. Support the bros. Support the homies. Gas them up.
Anything you want to say in closing remarks?
Shit, I'm trying to think. Valentine's Day is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Don't buy her fucking flowers.
Don't buy her flowers?
Not pick a different fucking day.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah.
Don't buy her something special, you know?
I agree with you on that. And actually, Valentine's Day is the 14th. My birthday's the 16th. And they asked about what do you want to do? And I told Mom, I'm like, I don't want to have anything. I'm like, I don't want to have anything. I'm done. And she's like, what? I'm like, I'm done with my fucking birthdays. I don't want people to pretend they like me and care about me just on my birthday. If you like me, call me on a fucking Wednesday.
Oh, you sound like me.
Call me on a Wednesday.
Literally,
shut the fuck up. Don't happy birthday, bro. No, fuck you, bro. You don't love me. You just Snapchat alerted you and said, or Facebook said, hey, it's Marshal's birthday. Yeah, you don't care about me, bro.
No, literally, the last few birthdays, I'm just like, I don't want to do much. And I was like, no, let's go to like Texas Roadhouse or something. I'll buy you dinner. I'm like, okay, well, me and you can do that. Like, it's just another day.
Just another day.
Just another day. I'm just chilling, I went just vibing here on this rock.
Yeah, one more time around the sun vibing. I went. That's all it went. Very simple. I need to just have a good night, man, and just relax. Ooh. But yeah, just call me on a Wednesday.
Before you try to settle down in a relationship, you got to make sure you love yourself first. That's also ties into Valentine's Day.
That's a great one, bro.
I've been seeing that so much with people. They're like, oh, men are trash, men ain't shit. Oh, women are.
I liked your post the other day.
Women are bitches. Women
Maybe
are whores.
Maybe it's you, baby girl.
Maybe it's your fucking taste. Maybe you should try hanging out with a different crowd.
I don't. This is.
You are what you attract.
I don't even know.
Wait,
exactly.
You attract what you are.
Exactly. Okay. I had this one girl who complained about me. This was the third boyfriend that put hands on her. Is that right? No fucking. That's not right at all. No man, chance, you're a pussy ass boy, man. Fuck you. However, baby girl, this is the third man. Is it all men? I've never touched a woman in my life.
No.
Never will. I'm like, I think it's maybe you.
I think you just got to do a little bit more background checking.
And I'm sorry
before you
I'm
jump into
so sorry that's happened to you. That's, again, I'm not trying to justify what that man did to you.
because it ain't right. But
However,
we're just trying to say,
however, 3. That
we're on the
what's two times a coincidence, third time's a whatever, third time's like a it's a trend, or it's a habit. So
yeah,
it's not a coincidence no more.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't even independent, and they just jump right into being codependent, and that's what they base their life around.
Yeah, but no, it as cliche as it does sound, you cannot love someone if you do not love yourself.
Yeah, literally, I took, I don't even know how long, a year or two or whatever, but like, just, I got to the point, and I still am at that point where if I don't need anyone in my life, but there's people that I want in my life that are help me. I don't need anyone to help me, but sometimes, I want someone to help me. Yeah. And I don't want to say like the word numb to everything and everyone, but like, it's just being independent and just being like happy and sane with your own peace of mind is so fucking beautiful, and I cannot stress it enough. For two people and 4 people, like, learn to just be content alone. Learn to be happy alone. Be your own fucking best friend. Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree with you. And when you do that, then I don't know. Then maybe you can find someone else that'll help you be the best version of yourself. But make sure that you each are independent and have your own lives. Yeah. I 100% agree with you on that. Yeah. And the first thing I would say is that if you reach that, to whatever you said, that contentment with just being alone and just happiness and just being yourself, that is the greatest thing you could ever get. It feels so good. You think it's a fancy car, you think it's a house. I truly believe that the greatest thing you can get is that peace of mind and love within yourself. And then two, on being your best friend. I talk about it all the time. Like, I am my best friend. I'm like, I love Marsh. Me and Marsh chill all the time. He makes me laugh. He's a really good fucking dude. I would like for you guys to get to know him too, but I love him, and I don't need you to love him because I love him. I love him deeply. Right. And you need to talk about yourself like that, and there's parts of you that are different parts, and you need to love all those parts of yourself, just like with somebody, you can't love someone just for the good parts. You need to love their bad parts too. There's no one in this world that you're going to love 100%. It's just not possible. I don't love my mom 100%. I don't love my dad 100%. There's things about them, right, that make them mad, that make me mad. Same thing with them to me. I can't imagine that. There's things about people that make you mad. Exactly. You gotta love them for that. You have to love yourself for that too. Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, be patient. Don't rush into anything, and just have it so you can literally live the rest of your life alone and be fine with that. Boom. That's what my mom says. She's like, and then the second thing I was gonna say was once you feel that, for some reason, magically, everything you thought you ever wanted, it just starts to come. It either you never really need it in the first place, or those things you wanted, a wife, a really good relationship, a family, it just magically comes. But you needed to do the work on yourself first, right, in order to allow it to come. Yeah, and grind in silence, let your success speak loudly. Obviously, I post a lot of like my fitness journey online and everything, and I have other life goals that I'm trying to attain outside the gym, and I'm doing it, but I'm doing it quietly. I don't want to jump on any social media, be like, this is my plan, it's gonna get done. Like a lot of people do that, and that's how they kill their goals. But for me, like, I keep my big main goals in here. Mm-hmm. I keep them quiet. Yeah. So when I hit them, I feel more successful about it within myself, because even if I hit these goals and I post about it, people aren't gonna give a fuck. They're not gonna care, and they're gonna judge either way. So. Yeah. And it's tough, and people struggle with that because they want people to say, good job, keep going, that's awesome, goal, great. It's nice. But that's not going to fucking happen. No, and even if it does, it might be fake. It might be fake, and everything, love, motivation, discipline, it all has to be internal. Everything is from you. You have to do it all for yourself. Be your biggest fan. Be your biggest fan, your biggest supporter, also your biggest critic, all those different things, but you got to be the one for you. What was I saying on the... What was I just saying? I literally just completely blanked my thought. I did too. About being your biggest supporter. I literally completely blanked my thought. You're like, be your biggest critic. You're your biggest critic, biggest supporter. I fucking hate when that happens. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think that's, I don't know. Be you, man. Be you. Be you. Yeah, you got to do it for yourself. There's a thing I always say is, help out thy neighbor, right? Be respectful and kind. Right? You got to do those basic things. Right. You got to pay your bills, right? But outside of that, all your creative activities, do them for you. If you want to paint, baby. Don't care about being Picasso. Just paint. If it takes you out of your mind,
paint. If you want to rap, baby. Don't care about being Eminem. Don't get caught up in that. Just rap. If you want to be a podcaster, Marshall, podcast. Don't try to be Joe Rogan. Just podcast for yourself. I love it. I love doing this. This was so much fun. Thank you. That leads me to the last thing. Thank you for coming down and sitting down with me. I really appreciate these conversations. Conversing like this is so much fucking fun to me.
I love it.
This is great.
I love just sitting down, not even really fucking picking a topic and just going.
And if I had 0 views, I would still be like, that was fucking fun. I don't care about the views. The views mean nothing to me anymore. And it's so funny. Like I said, once you drop that attitude of wanting these things, the magic law of like attraction, for some reason, it just seems to start coming to you. You know,
you brought that up the other day.
You really want a girlfriend. You really want a girlfriend. You just think about girlfriend. All of a sudden, and it never seems to come.
Right.
Next thing you know, you're like, I don't really care. I got to worry about myself right now. Next thing you know, girlfriend just right behind you. All of a sudden it's there, you know? And I think there are a million different theories how it could be. What I think it is that when you want it so bad, time slows down. When you're staring at the clock, time slows down. Stop watching the fucking clock. Just let the clock roll. Stay busy, like you said.
Keep that mind busy. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah. And don't worry about being happy all the time, man. The body has got to complain, but you never do.
It's normal to feel sad.
We all do.
Just embrace it and
live in it.
Yeah.
Learn from it. Use it to propel you forward. Absolutely. Thanks for sitting down, Dawson. Thanks you guys for listening. I'm sorry for once again for all the technical difficulties. I'm going to get it all figured out one day.
Yeah.
But
technical difficulties.
You know, until next time, learn to love yourself and realize you come first. Leave it all internalized. Let it all be internalized. And scoot boot toodaloot. Peace.
Don't trip, tater chip.